Bonjour et bienvenue. Thank you for joining me today for a new video on qualificative adjectives. And this time we are going to focus on the position of adjectives. In the level 1 video, we have seen that adjectives come after the verb être, to be, or a synonym, or that they are placed somewhere around the noun it describes. In the first case, it is easy. The adjective is exactly in the same position in English and in French. For example, les fleurs sont jaunes, the flowers are yellow. In our latter case, however, we can notice that the adjective is either after or before the noun. So you might wonder, well, is that at random or is there an actual rule here? And the good news is there is an actual rule, because us French people love our grammatical rules. But there is also a bad news, sorry. For every rule, there is an exception. Well, this saying doesn't exactly describe French grammar very well, because French people have made up quite a few exceptions to every single grammatical rule they have come up with. So, here is the basic rule on position of qualificative adjectives. The qualificative adjective is placed after the noun it describes. For example, des fleurs jaunes, some yellow flowers, un livre intéressant, an interesting book. So you can notice that this is just the exact opposite of what we do in English. Now, for the exceptions, adjectives that come before the noun. We have joli, beau, vieux, jeune, bon, mauvais, grande, petit. To help you remember them, we are going to put them in categories: beauty, age, goodness, and size. This gives us a nice acronym: BAGS. And if you are wondering why I wrote that rule on in English, it is because otherwise it would give something like BACT, and that would be a lot less easy to remember. This is also the same reason why the person who invented that useful mnemonic used the word goodness. And quite frankly, I have taught this BAGS methods many times, and oh my goodness, I always forget what G stands for. So, here is our updated rule on the position of adjective. The qualificative adjective is placed after the noun it describes, except for the adjectives referring to beauty, joli, beau, age, bon, meilleur, gentil, mauvais, goodness, jeune, vieux, nouveau, and size, grand, gros, petit, haut. So we have managed to include the BAGS exceptions into the rule. And you know what that means. That means now we've got a rule without exceptions. And French people cannot stand that. So they have decided to have exceptions for the exceptions. And this is why the French language is so exceptional. So here are the BAGS adjectives that come after the noun. We have affreux, laid, âgé, and méchant. So our actual rule on the position of adjectives looks like this. The qualificative adjectives are placed after the noun they describe, except the adjectives referring to beauty, age, goodness, and size, with the exceptions of affreux, laid, âgé, and méchant. Here is a table to sum up what we've seen today, and if your confusion level isn't up the roof already, I am just going to add in passing that some adjectives have a different meaning whether they are placed before or after the noun. For example, ancien can mean former if placed before the noun, but antique if it's placed after. I know it is a lot to ponder. Before we finish, I just wanted to add that some of you might have heard of the BAGS rule, and you might wonder why I didn't include the N. Well, I have been quite insistent on the fact that this series of videos refer to qualificative or qualifying adjectives. But adjectives are a large family, and I didn't feel like you needed to know all of its members in basic French grammar. But I'm just going to tell you this. Another category of adjective is numeral adjectives, and numbers are a part of it. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not hesitate to leave any comments you might have, as I'm always looking to improve. And I will see you soon for our last video on qualificative adjectives. Merci et à bientôt!